We have orientation at the Anderson campus, and I have to be there like at 8 o'clock, and I have to go to a huddle right before. I swear to goodness, these people, it's like they turn everything into something dramatic. It's just orientation, good gosh. But we have to go to a huddle before we start orientation. Now, I don't know what time I will be in my classroom in AC 136 Friday, but I won't hold class because, like I say, we're almost finished. And besides this test, that's all we got in the final. And you just have to study. And I need to check that right quick. I'm going to check that right quick to make sure y'all can. Hold on just a minute. Okay. I want to check one thing on your test right quick. Make sure y'all can print out your test. $103. Okay, let me check the settings on this one. This will only take a second. I just want to make sure that you can print out your test. Allow students to print out their tests. Good. Yeah, allow students to print out their test. Save, cancel. I'm going to make sure that you can print out all of them. Yes, you can print out the test. Check it with this one. Settings for class. And you can print out all three of your tests. And of course, I'll fix the next one like that. And here's the last one right there. And I will go ahead and assign it. And I will go ahead and assign the final exam also. And settings for class. There. Allow students to print out that test. And just for giggles, let's go see how many test questions are on the final for you. Final exam for you, 30 questions, 31. Okay, and they come from these tests, those 4 tests. All right, so let's do preview. The final exam does not have bonus questions on it. Okay, because I think I need to challenge y'all at least on one test, and I figure I'd challenge you on the final. I mean, you have to admit that giving you 15 questions, bonus questions on each unit test, that does kind of, give you some points. All right, store manager paid $102 for an item and set the selling price at $147.90. What was the percentage markup? New minus old over old times 100. So let's take our handy dandy while you're writing that down. New minus old over old times 100. So new price is 102. Selling price was 147. So 102 minus 147.90 over 147.90. And you don't have to multiply it by 100. You just move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So let's pull out our handy dandy calculator. 102 minus 147.90. Oh, this mouse gets on my nerves. Make sure I do have the recording going. Yes. Equals divided by 147.90. And that's a 31% decrease. So multiplied by 100. So 31% decrease. %. Oops. Or did I do it? Do I do it backwards? A store manager paid 102. Ain't that the new price? For an item. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was buying it for himself. I'm sorry. A store manager, what they should say is a store manager. I see what it's saying now. In other words, they bought a shirt to sell. Okay, and I thought he bought it on sale. Okay, so it'd be 147 minus 102 over 102. That's, sorry, I messed up. I didn't read the question. So that's the opposite. 147.9 minus 102 over 102. Somebody do that in your calculator for me, because I don't feel like doing it. This mouse is not very, so that's not, this is if the manager was buying the shirt. Manager was buying the shirt. I thought he was buying the shirt. Okay, so that's wrong. He's actually bringing in the shirt off the truck and putting it up for sale. So he's marking it up. So marking it up. You got to read the question. That's a prime example of me not reading the question. What'd you get?
45%.
40 what?
45.
Okay. Now I want you to read the question. Okay. You could take this, or am I crazy? Could you take this as the store manager was buying a shirt or buying something? Yes or no? Or am I crazy?
No, it seems like he's buying something.
Yeah,
and then
it
reselling.
could be taken both ways. I wish they'd put something like markup, or what is the markup? Oh, there it is right there. I suck. I didn't read the last word. That's what happens when you're a guy. Y'all can't fathom what we have to deal with by not reading directions. Okay, yeah, it's hard for you females to connect, because y'all read directions. We don't. There you go. At least I admit my mistakes, right? And nobody's gonna say anything. And I'm not gonna answer the bonus questions. Y'all should be able to answer the bonus questions by now. Here we go. Evaluate the following expressions. I don't like this book. This book has a way to confuse students, confuse teachers too. All right. 10 to the 7th times 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 6th times 10 to the negative 4th, 10 to the 4th divided by 10 to the 2nd, and 10 to the 9th divided by 10 to the negative 3rd. These are a little bit too easy. I think I need to take this question off, put you a more challenging question. No, that got some kind of response. What do you use here? What rule on the first two? What rule do you use when the bases are the same and you're multiplying with exponents.
You add the exponents?
And that's called the what rule? Starts with a P. R. O.
I couldn't tell you.
U. Product rule. These two are called the product rule. Y'all supposed to know that because we went over it. Oh yeah, I forgot. 90% of the class isn't going to talk. Product rule. So that's going to be 10 to the 11th. And this is going to be 10 to the what? Second. Can somebody tell me what these two are using? Not the product rule, but the what? Now you'll get this one because it starts with a Q.
I'm having a brain fart. But you subtract the exponents, don't you?
Yes.
You subtract the exponents, but what rule is it? Somebody knows it. They're just not going to say anything because they're weaned on a pickle. Starts with a Q. Of course, the next letter is U because a word don't make any sense with a Q. It's got to have a U beside it. Really? We're going to go this way.
I can't remember the name of it.
U-U-O. Quo.
Quotation?
Quotient.
Yeah, she did.
Y'all suck.
Yeah, he's really sweet.
You ought to be like one of my other students. Y'all just need to try to drop 2 days before class is over. All right. 10 to the 4 minus 2. And 10 to the 9 minus a negative 3. That's the one I'll get you on. And those are your answers. But you don't need those parentheses. Those parentheses are beneath y'all, some students. So just don't cry when you get 9, 10 to the 6th power and you get it wrong. So 10 to the 11th. Type in 10, shift up arrow to the 11th. 10, shift up arrow to the second. 10, shift up arrow to the second. 10, up arrow to the 12th. Oh yeah, and that person that don't use parentheses and got 10 to the 6th, you're wrong. Next. Solve for the percentage in the problem. Round to the nearest tenth of a percent. 91.4 yards is blank percent of 5 yards. Is a percent over 100. These are the questions that's the day that I just let y'all have it and y'all did the section yourselves. So is of percent over 100. This is a yucky problem. Why in the world would you change? Okay, X goes in the percent. They don't word it very nicely. 5 goes on the bottom where of is. And they don't have it. It should say 91.4 goes right here. They could take an amble and break a banana. I mean, take a banana and break an amble. This book, it almost like, I'm going to reword this sentence to where the students will be confused. They do that to all their questions. It should say, it just don't look right. Cross multiply, and that's going to be 5x is equal to, move the decimal 2 places to the right. So that's going to be 9140. Somebody divide 9140 by 5, please. Oh, I'm sorry.
1828.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it 1828?
Probably. It's awful. This is a, see, 1,828%. Why in the hell would you ask a question like that? I mean, I hate this book. Have I told y'all I hated this book during the semester?
Yeah. There's supposed to be a decimal between 18 and 28. Sorry.
The base coming in at 12.
Well, it looks like right there, a decimal right here.
Oh, dang.
All right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 18 decimal 28. Do I have to multiply it by 100?
No, I already did that. I did this right here. It should be, let me move it. It should be 9140 divided by 5. What's the answer? 9140 divided by 5.
18 decimal 28.
18.28.
Yes.
Well, I don't see a 18.28.
I say wing it.
I think it's 1828. Yeah. I think you did something wrong with your calculation.
I could
Check
have.
it again. It's 1828. It's not a nice question. The way they got it worded isn't correct.
Could you go back to where you worked out the problem? I'm just gonna take a picture and then write it in my notebook.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me do it with my. Let me do it here.
Okay.
Let me do 91.40 times 100 divided by 5. Yeah, 1828.
I forgot the times 100.
Oh. Well, you need to drop. There it
No,
is.
I think I'm doing decent.
Why don't you wait till Friday and then drop?
No, I put too much hard work into this class.
Yes, you did. And especially this class, it doesn't talk. It's kind of like a double whammy. You have to deal with the math, and then you have to deal with the silence.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Believe you me, next semester ain't gonna be this way. At least they're gonna sit there, and then I can see who leaves instead of waiting till the end when they've left and they don't come back and they think that I don't know that they've left. You know, my thing is, if you don't want to be in the class, why are you taking the class? That's my thing. But anyway, next,
Just I have to.
I guess somebody's forcing them to take it. Let's see, what else? A regular selling price of an item is 87 bucks. For a special year-end sale price, for a special year-end sale, comma, the price is at a markdown of 20%. Find the discount sale price. Well, that's the Walmart equation. Now, I don't know if I showed you that because that's the day y'all were very rude. X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. And that's the Walmart equation. Remember, when I started class that day, I told you that there was 2 types of problems with percents. There is the is a percent over 100, and then there's the Walmart equation. Now they're wanting the discount sale price, so they're wanting the total. So 20% is 0.2. So that's going to be X. And was it discounted or was it added? It was discounted, Hubert. That's right, class. 0.20x is equal to the total. Wait a minute, we're missing. Oh, 87. So the regular selling price, 87. So that would be 87 minus 0.20 times 87 is equal to the total. And there is your answer. So 87. Where's my calculator? And you could do this by is of percent over 100, but I just don't do it that way. Okay, so 87 minus parentheses 0.2 times 87, close parentheses, is equal to, and there is your total, discounted total. 69.6 is equal to what you pay for the item. And let me go ahead and tell you one other thing. I'm gonna highlight the negative right here. Of course, I would have showed you this that day that I got irritated. And the plus is green. The plus is for, can anybody give me an example of a plus in the real world? I just told you a negative, a minus would be a discount. What would you use a plus with? Both of them start with T's, I'll tell you that.
A tax?
Some of you like them if you're a waitress or a waiter.
Tips.
Tips. And some of us hate them because we have to pay them at the end of every year.
A tax?
Huh?
A tax?
Taxes. Thank you, Mr. Justin. I appreciate it, man. You're a winner. You're going to have a nice office one day. You and Miss Gill and Miss Ballou and 2 or 3 others that help out interacting. Taxes and tips. Okay, so that gives you a little hint on when to use the, when to use the Walmart equation. So 69, and that's the Walmart equation, is something I came up with a long, long time ago when I first started teaching. I'm surprised I haven't been sued yet. 69.6, and we feel good about ourselves. Next. Rewrite the following statement using a number in scientific notation. The diameter of a certain bacterium is about blank. Write that in scientific notation. I'll blow it up. Well, I can't blow it up. I don't understand why I can't blow up stuff. Last couple of tests I've been over, I can't blow it up. It's a conspiracy. Damn Russians. I'm sorry. I'll see how many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 7 zeros. What do y'all count? Y'all ever notice that zeros make your eyes run together?
Yeah, I do notice that. And I count 7 too.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. Okay, so go to our handy dandy whiteboard. And I need to put that, I need to physically put that decimal right there, physically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be 2.0 times 10 to the blank 8. Which way do I move this decimal in my head to get it back to look like this right here? To the left. So your final answer is 2.0 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, alert, do not use the X. Shift 8. Use the ampersand. No, what is that called? The star. Sorry, not the ampersand. The star. Use the star for multiplication with scientific notation. Let's write that down so it'll be on the recording for the one person that watches it. Shift 8. You use the star when you're typing in multiplication with scientific notation. Okay. Sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. When you type in homework and test, you don't use the X, you use the star. Shift 8. And it's above the 9 on your number keypad. Above the 9 on the number pad. Everybody see it? Yes, Hubert, we see it. Thank you for telling us. You're welcome. 10, shift up, negative 8. And you should feel good about yourself. Now, did I make this test hard? No. I didn't make it hard because it was the last test, and all of you are running around in circles. Not in my class, you're not, but you're running around in circles trying to figure out your other teachers and trying to figure out what they're doing. So that's why I didn't make it, but I did take the bonus questions off the final. All right, a retail store. Yes, you're fair. That's very fair, Hubert. A retail store had monthly sales of 105,200 or 105,200 and spent 16% of its advertising. So you could say 16% of 105.2 is what number? Is a percent over 100. So 16% of 105.2 is what number? Is of percent over 100. We got the percent, so that would be 0.16. I'm sorry, 16. You don't use the point. Divided by 100. You don't use the point when you're using is of percent over 100. Equals is X and of 105,200. Cross multiply 100X is equal to 16 times 105,200. So take out our handy dandy calculator. 16 times 105,200 divided by 100, which will take the 2 zeros off. 16,832. 16,832. And round accordingly to the directions. D is in Delta. Next. Next. Which of the following numbers, write each of the following numbers in scientific notation. So I'm going to let you write it down while I'm writing it down. A is 5,800,000. B is 0.0714. And C is 0.0045657. So here's the decimal. Here's the decimal. And here's the decimal. And we want to put the decimal right here, and right here, because we know the definition of a scientific notation is placing the decimal to the right of the first number greater than 0. And which way do we read? Left to right, not right to left. Allah Akbar Masalama. You don't know what that means?
No.
Well, that makes then you can call my department head, Miss Gill, and complain that I made a racist statement against Middle Eastern people, because that's what the last person did. And
Oh, wow.
And the department head asked the person, "What'd he say?" He said something in Middle Eastern.
Yeah, stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're going to complain about a teacher that said Masalama or Allah Akbar Masalama, and you're going to call and complain, and you don't even know that it was in Arabic, for number one, and you don't know what the hell he said, number two, and you said that he's speaking Middle Eastern. It means God is great, walk in peace, or go in peace. Go in peace, God is great. Or God is great, we're going to go in peace. That's what it means.
That's nice.
What?
I said that's nice.
No, that's racist. I made a racist statement. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you know how many years I've been saying left to right, not right to left, like Middle East? And then I say Allah Akbar. Do you know how many years I've been saying that?
I bet a lot.
Since since the war, since 1990, when I was in the war. Okay. Do you know how many times it's been on YouTube? Me saying that on YouTube? All those years, the last 6, 7 years, not once have I received a complaint on YouTube. But at Tri-County Tech, I get a complaint. So that's going to be 5.8 times 10 to the what? Blank. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to ask you which way, in the orange, do I do this mentally? Which way do I move that in my head to get it back the way it was?
I'm sorry.
Positive. And that's your answer. Next, I'm going to move that 1, 2. So that's going to be And which way did I move that in my head to get it back the way it was, to the left? And then, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4.5657 times 10 to the blank 3 and left. Now that question that I asked myself, which way did I move to get back? That helps you in the ones that everybody misses. That's the multiplication and division questions that people miss. When they get an answer that is not in scientific notation and they have to switch it.
So the first one is a plus, not a plus or minus. Oh.
What? Somebody needs to get out of the building.
My fire alarm is going off right now.
Uh-oh. Well, you need to check that out.
Be back, I guess.
So this one's plus, negative, and negative. Now, what was your question, Mr. Justin? Okay, you must be checking out the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, let's remind ourselves to ask Mr. Justin what his question was. I'm going to go ahead and be typing them in.
He was confused because he thought you were putting a plus and minus with a 6, but it's just a plus. You're just underlining it. That's what he was confused about.
Yeah.
It turned off, so I'm sure I'm fine.
Okay, you're not in a towering inferno, Mr. Justin?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you're going to live another day. Good job.
So the first one is
plus.
Like you're writing blanks, right? Not a minus.
Yeah, blank. Yeah, see that orange? I don't know if you see the orange.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was a little bit confused.
That's fine. A little bit confused is better than a lot confused. All right. So let's answer this one. 5.8, shift 8, 10, shift up, 6. 7.14, shift 8, 10, shift up, negative 2. And when I say shift up, on my laptop, right beside the 0, to the left of 0, I got page up, page down, and I got 4 arrows. Those are the arrows. I'm hitting shift, and I hit the up arrow. When I say shift up, that's what I'm saying. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you a trick I learned in the war. Right here. See those right there? I don't know where your arrows are, but there's the shift. When I say shift up, I hit the shift, and then I hit the up key right there. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, because some of y'all, you know, are not the best communicators in the world. So you don't ask questions. Hang on, watch Bar Rescue. You see what happens when people don't communicate. All right. And the last one is 4.5657, shift 8, shift up, negative 3. I guarantee you there's somebody in here, they ain't gonna say nothing, of course, but they didn't know you could hit shift up. I guarantee it. And we got one wrong. Somebody check me out and see where I messed up. 7.14. One, two, three. Okay, somebody help me out. Where did I mess up?
I'm not sure I got the exact same answer.
Let's hit show completed problem. They changed the numbers. Okay, well, I can't help. I don't know what I missed on that one. That don't make any sense. Y'all got the same answers I did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. If anybody's gonna say anything, please say it now. Did anybody see any problem with the way I did it?
No, I got the same thing too.
Okay, thank you, Miss Blue. You're gonna have a nice office. All right, next, write the percentage as a decimal. Okay, I need to take that one off. 0.863. 0.624. I wonder if I take that off, if I can review that problem. No. Let's do this problem again. I want to do this one because I want to make sure the 6.60 times shift 8, 10 to the second, shift up to the second. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 3.39, shift 8, 10, shift up, and I got to count again. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. And 3.0692, 3.0692 times shift, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3 times 10 to the third. Now those should be right. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I typed something in wrong. I don't know on that last problem. I don't know why it got one wrong. Some damn Russians. All right. There we go. There's the problems where some things might mess up. So go ahead and write those down. I'll write them down in case you can't see them because I can't blow it up. So I'm going to write them down so you can see. All right, the first one, A, is 3 times 10 to the fourth times 2 times 10 to the third. B, 2 times 10 to the sixth times or plus 6 times 10 to the fifth. And C, 9 times 10 to the 11th divided by 3 times 10 to the 7th. Now, the first one was 3 times 2.
6.
And what rule do we use when we are adding the exponents?
The P rule.
The what? Starts with a P. R-O.
Product.
Product rule. 10 to the 7th. This one, now you can do it by hand or you can do it by the calculator. I'm going to let you do it by the calculator. I would suggest you do it by the calculator. So 2, let's clear everything. All right, 2 exponent shift E to the 11th, I'm sorry, to the 6th, plus 6 second E to the 5th. And count the zeros. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be 2.6 times 10 to the 6th. Now, how do you do it by hand? Well, since these two are not the same, somebody tell me what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to write out the what? You're going to have to write out the zeros, Hubert. Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be 2 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is 6. Let's see, this would be 600,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Which is 2,600,000, which is that. So either by hand or by the calculator. And this one, you're going to use what rule? Not the product rule, but the what? Starts with a Q. Quotient.
Quotient.
And what's 11 minus 7? Those were kind of easy. I need to go change that question.
4.
Yep, 4. Thank you. Has somebody sent a question? I was missing the last 10. Oh, so I didn't put a 10 in? Thank you, Miss Louisiana. Appreciate it. Isn't it great how communication works? Thank you. So I didn't punch in the last 10. You know, times 10 to the, thank you. That helps me out. At least I know I didn't get the math wrong. All right, so let's take this down and type in 6.0 shift times 10. I forgot to hit the 10 on that last problem that I got wrong. That's what Miss Louisiana said. Right? Miss Louisiana, I think it was. Shift up. This mouse sometimes. I put this yellow highlight on this mouse for y'all, but you know what? It's a pain in the butt. 7. And 2.6, shift 8, 10, shift up, 6. And 3.0, shift 8, 10, shift up to the 4th. And we already over time, but I've done pretty much 3/4 of your test as far as the math goes. I'm going to finish out. Those of you that need to go to class, you go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and let you see the other math questions, and it'll be on the recording before you leave. I mean, before I leave. I only got 4 minutes for my next class. So let's go ahead and just look at the next questions. Okay, bonus. Okay, again, now you're converting these into ordinary notation. So that first one would be 300. And you'd put 300. I don't know what this is. I guess you do 300 right here. And then 300. Okay? So that's the way you do those. 2.2, you move it 6 places to the right. And you put the comma where it needs to be, so you can say if it's 220,000 or whatever. Okay, next question. I'm giving you a few minutes to write that down so you can, know what's going on. Next, okay, that's a bonus. How much will a person pay for 1.7 pounds of bananas at a price of $1.89 per pound? Okay, I'll set it up for you.
Don't you just multiply those together and get your answer?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I was going to set it up as a unit conversion, but 1.7 times $1.89. That's just like dang old grocery store. Bananas are high in potassium, but they're also high in fructose. Next. Oh my gosh, really? 0.89. I need to take those off. And there's the last one. Go ahead and write those 4 down, and that way you can do those scientific notation problems at home before you do the test. Okay, now, are we meeting Friday?
No.
No.
Okay, so that means that you are finished with this class, and now if you got any questions, send them to me, and I might make a video, virtual office hours or something like that. But y'all are free to go, and the only thing y'all have to do between now and the 3rd is the last test and what?
The final.
The final. Does anybody got any questions? Don't forget, I do ask you to do 2 things. Make sure you fill out the email evaluation professionally, not this guy's stupid, okay? And make sure you go to all your teachers, Rate My Professor, for future students, all your teachers, and rate all your teachers on Rate My Professor so future students can benefit from your experience in that class. Please be professional. Don't say that the teacher is stupid. That's ignorant. Don't do that. But go in and give a professional summary of each of your classes. That's my wish for everyone to do that, okay? Would y'all please do that for all your teachers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if anybody needs me, I will be in AC 136 Friday, and I'll be in there pretty much all morning. So you can either team with me, or if you got any emergency questions or anything like that. Y'all get out of here. I got to go to class. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
You.
Keep in touch. See ya. Ramey and Adams, come back to the computer. Wake up. Leave the classroom, please. Oh, me.